Anybody who plays Gathering Storm should know that a Golden Age is a great way to get your game off on the right foot. Problem is, they're not so easy to achieve. Or are they? Stick around. If you want to get good at Civ 6, subscribe and click the bell to keep up with the channel. This guide is meant to help newer intermediate level players get a solid grasp on some strategies they can use to help them get Golden Ages more often. If you're struggling with this, I've got good news for you. It's really not that hard. Just give me a few minutes to help you out. If you want to jump straight to the first tip, I'll leave a timestamp pinned in the comment section so you can just jump straight to the meat of the tutorial. Today's video is going to focus on tips specifically geared to help you achieve a Golden Age right out of the gate in the classical era. With that being said, a lot of this can be applied throughout the game to help you out, but for now, I'm tunneling in on things you can do in the ancient era in order to make it more likely for you to get your hands on that coveted Golden Age classical era. Just keep in mind there's no way to guarantee you hit a Golden Age every single time you play the game. However, I'd say that using the following concepts helps me get a Golden Age maybe 3 out of every 4 games. Now, I'm not a baseball fan, but I do know a player who hit a home run close to 75% of the time they stepped up to bat would be a pretty good fucking baseball player. So you need 25 era score points in order to earn a Golden Age. It can seem daunting when you're first starting the game, especially if you're a new player. First things first, you're going to be most likely settling 2 or 3 cities before the classical era, your capital and 2 others, building 1 settler and getting 1 bonus settler from the Pantheon religious settlements, or just building 2 settlers the good old-fashioned way. Now, you might even get lucky and get a settler from a goodie hut, or even have the time to produce another one from your capital, but I'm just going to use 3 in this episode since it's pretty well guaranteed for most players. These 3 cities give you the opportunity to get a head start towards earning the Golden Age. You have the possibility to earn 1 point of era score from settling near a volcano for the first time, a flooding river for the first time, a desert for the first time, or tundra. You get the picture, for the first time. On top of this, make sure you're paying attention to the continent lens when you're out and about scouting. If you manage to place your 2nd or 3rd city on a new continent, there's an extra 2 era score for doing this. Not to mention, you can also be lucky enough to have a natural wonder in proximity, and if you settle within 2 tiles of it, you receive another 3 era score for doing that. Okay, so it's crucial to open up with back-to-back scouts in your build order. This gives you your best chance of getting out there to meet new civs, which give you 1 point for every one you do meet, and also potentially to find natural wonders first. You earn 3 points if you happen to be the first to discover it, but you do still get 1 point even if you stumble across the wonder after somebody else has already been there first. A great bonus for getting out there and meeting AIs is that oftentimes when you exchange information on capitals, or when you accept the invitation to their nearby city, this reveals wonders on the map for you that you don't have to actually go find with your scouts, and you still get the 1 point of era score. A sneaky little trick that you can use when your scouts find barbarian camps that are far away from you, and you notice that there's injured barbarians in them, is to make a pit stop for a turn or 2 and see if you can get the kill and snipe the barbarian camp before whoever injured them finishes clearing the camp. I do caution you though, don't spend more than a turn or 2 attempting this, as your scout is more valuable getting out there and exploring rather than sitting around doing nothing, basically waiting for the winning lottery ticket. Speaking of getting out there and exploring, another small yet useful thing to help you achieve a Golden Age is the choice of your first military policy card. Most people automatically slot in discipline for the +5 combat strength versus barbarians, and I understand that. However, I think that a lot of people are missing out on a great opportunity for earning extra era score. Just hear me out. I know it can be a little bit intimidating if you're a new player. If you're enjoying the video so far, do me a favor and take a second to hit the like button. It goes a long way to help a small channel like me get discovered. Better yet, leave a comment on here. Call me an asshole if you want to. Any engagement helps. Anyway, let's get back to what we're here for. I almost always open up my policy card choices with survey slotted in for the military card. This is to hopefully give my 2 scouts the best chance they have of getting promoted. I generally will swap it out for discipline as soon as I get to either foreign trade or craftsmanship, because that's usually around the time that I have my warrior near a barbarian camp anyway, so it usually times itself out pretty well. This short window is usually enough to earn at least 1 of the scouts a promotion, if not both. This helps them get around the map even faster, which usually ends up in more era score earned for you. Another quick thing, using scouts to attack any barbarian scout that happens to come across your path is a perfect opportunity to earn them that promotion. The experience you get from the combat is usually enough to push you to your first promotion if you haven't gotten it already before you switch out a survey. Especially if you do have the survey card slotted in, you can earn 8 experience points for 1 attack. Only attack once or twice if they happen to be within range though. Don't hunt them to kill them unless you're really trying hard to earn the Eureka for bronze working, which happens to be killing 3 barbarians if you don't know off the top of your head. Anyway, let's keep moving here. The other reason why opening up Double Scout helps so much in achieving a classical Golden Age is that it frees up your warrior to stay close to the capital and eventually your other 2 cities. Sure, that might make you feel safe, but that's not what I'm talking about. The reason this is ideal is to smash barbarian camps when they pop up. You get 3 era score points for killing a barbarian camp that's within 6 tiles of one of your cities, or 2 points if they happen to be farther than that. You want your warrior close so that you can beat the city-states or nearby AI to the camps and ramp up your era score. Another way of getting more era score in the Ancient Era is to complete the quests of any city-state you can, but especially city-states who you met first and got the bonus envoy with. Combine this with the Mysticism Civics envoy you get, and you have +2 era score for getting the first suzerainship bonus. This actually also has a sided benefit of giving you +1 diplomatic favor per turn, which you can then trade to AIs for a minimum of 10 bulk gold per turn. Sometimes your 2 scouts really pay off big and you earn +1 envoy from a goodie hut. In this case, you can use that one to gain another 2 air score if you happen to meet at least 2 city-states first and then complete their quests on time. So another trick to earn the suzerain status on 2 city-states, if you're not lucky enough to find an envoy in a goodie hut, is to choose to appoint Amani and gain the +2 envoy when she deploys in the city-state. This can be really handy if you didn't get any first meets, or also if you only got 1 first meet and have to rely on completing a quest to get an envoy in another city-state. As long as you complete the quests, you can still gain a second suzerainship. I mean, in a perfect world, you could get +6 era score, but that's basically like winning the Civ 6 starting game lottery, so I wouldn't count on it. Hey, if you found this video helpful at all, I'd really appreciate it if you took a few minutes of your time and shared the video with anybody you think it might help, whether that's directly in a personal message on Facebook or in a Facebook group, on Twitter or Reddit. It's all good. It would really go a long way to helping a small channel like me get discovered, but whether you do or not, let's get back into things. If you happen to have spawned near a coast and are struggling for era score, sometimes it's worth settling your 2nd or 3rd cities on the coast, even if there is no fresh water. Even settling your capital near the coast is generally a good idea, as long as you don't fuck yourself too hard by missing out on good tile yields. Doing this gives you the boost for sailing, which you can research fairly easily. Purchasing a galley costs you 280 gold, but it also gives you a guaranteed +2 era score. Sometimes you even get +3 if you happen to be the first civ in the game to build a boat. Now the next easiest way to get a big boost is with your city planning. Make sure you're thinking ahead and planning out your districts and city locations in ideal spots so that you can get at least 1 district with a +3 adjacency bonus. This will give you +3 era score when you build it. Oftentimes you can manage to get 2 different +3 adjacency districts out before the age ends, which gives you +6 era score. This is definitely worth using a chop for if you're close to earning that golden age but aren't quite there yet. There are a couple of really cheesy ways to earn yourself era score that I'm purposely leaving out of the video. If you're interested in finding out about them, feel free to ask me in the comment section and I'll fill you in. I don't judge people for taking advantage of exploits, but I just don't feel right putting them in this video. If you've been finding this video helpful at all, check the top right corner of the screen right now and I'll link out to another tips and tricks video I did to help new players out. You might learn a few things to really help you out in there as well. There are definitely more ways out there to help you get a golden age. Comment down below and let me know if I forgot any really good ones that help you out in the ancient era, or any era for that matter. What are your favorite techniques to earn golden ages? But anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it for now. Thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, do me a favor, leave me a like on the video or comment down below. It really goes a long way to helping a small channel like me grow, and I'd appreciate it if you could help me out. Other than that though, I'm just going to shut up and I'll see you in the next video.